This is First Warning Weather.
Welcome back. We're looking out the Cornell Skycam here as we anticipate some severe weather heading back to the region later on today. But for right now, still pretty calm out there, aside from a few rain showers that have started to fall in the western portions of our viewing area. Where temperatures right now starting to hover around the 60-degree mark for some, a little bit above for others. 58 in Canisteo and Corning, 61 right now Elmira, 54 for Morris, so a bit on the chilly side in certain parts of the northern tier this morning, 55 Ridgebury, 57 towards Appalachian and Cortland this morning, and up north it's 59 in Penyan. So wind advisory is in effect for pretty much everyone in the viewing area here until 5 o'clock, but for Tioga County, PA, that one is going to end at 3 p.m. As we go into the rest of the afternoon. But again, everybody else, 5 p.m., Tioga, PA, 3 p.m. That's when that is going to expire. 45 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts expected today, and we'll also have some rain and thunderstorms to accompany it. We can see right now, got a little bit more starting to move through parts of the Elmira area and Chemung County. So rain not exactly widespread, but it is starting to make its way in here this morning, and expected to pick up in intensity later on in the day. And temperatures will get up into the upper 60s for some, mid 60s for others. In the northern tier, maybe closer towards 60 in those low 60s, but all that warm air filtering into the region from the south going to help fuel these thunderstorms and rain showers. An excessive rainfall outlook, a marginal risk for mostly parts of the northern tier, but there are some here like right along Interstate 86 up to Elmira all the way to Binghamton, where we're seeing an increased risk of excessive rainfall. Marginal risk as well for severe weather, the main threat of course being those high winds, as well as some general intense thunderstorms with some heavy rains here in the afternoon. Moving forward, here's what we're looking at in terms of timing. So you can see it starts to pick up around 10, but the heavier stuff later on in the early afternoon. A couple more lines of storms could make their way through, especially in that sweet spot of 3 to 5 p.m. as that pushes through. Things do start to calm down after sunset, but can't rule out a few more of these clumps of heavier rainfall moving through the region later on. And then by the time we get to the early morning there, Monday, not too long after midnight, things do start to calm down. But it's just going to be a very windy day today. Can't stress that enough with how intense some of these wind gusts are going to be. But again, here's the cutoff. Around that 5 p.m. area, you can see things start to really calm down. That's where that wind advisory is ending, and the intensity of those winds will be dropping off pretty much like a cliff not long after sunset tonight. In terms of total rain, we could see anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch of rain locally across the region. Again, that's spread out through essentially the whole day all the way into late tonight. And temperature-wise, we'll be up in the upper 60s today, 68 for a high. Windy conditions all throughout the day. 45 to 55 mile per hour gusts on occasion, with some extra thunderstorms for the region later on in the afternoon. And beyond that, a cold front making its way in will cool things down pretty significantly for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. 42 for a high there. Sunshine returns on Tuesday, and warm air starts to float back into the region there for the rest of the week. First day of spring could be a rainy one, and then maybe even a few flakes there on Friday in the morning. Then temperatures will stabilize back into the 50s in time for next weekend.